Live from the Texas Cheerlickers Studios, it's In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Oh, man. Yes. How we doing? What we doing out there? How we going?
I'm seeing y'all way too much.
Is it flowing? I know, man.
It was like 3 hours yesterday.
Yep. This has
Good
been a long
night.
week.
A lot more bookie than you guys
A
expected.
lot going on. Way too much book. You ever have people that you really, really admire? They're good friends of yours, but you can't hang out with them that often. There's a threshold.
Yeah, I got a couple of those.
Yeah, me too. There's some dudes that I really, really like hanging out with.
In
Teaspoon-
moderation.
Teaspoonful.
I got a few of those.
Yeah, and then you got to get yourself mentally prepared to hang out with them. And then you have a great time. But
And I come into those situations with an out. I'm like, yeah, man, good to see you, man.
Baby got a birthday
party. I come in with an out. And I let it be known as soon as I sit down. Yeah, man. Freaking crazy week.
Yeah,
ripping and running with these kiddos, man. I got to take them somewhere today.
Dude.
Yeah, let me get
I've got stuff planned this afternoon, and then I've got a dinner with friends tonight because they want to see the kids. And
oh, yeah.
all this kind of thing. When you start getting up near our age, this is the reason why it is extremely important to try and maintain some friendships, because around our age, you start neglecting friends.
You're not neglecting them. Everybody's just busy.
You just don't have the time.
Right.
And you don't have that need to hang out with friends every day.
No, and if your real friends, it doesn't matter.
Correct.
If it's really your partner,
Mm-hmm.
and y'all ain't seen each other in a year or two, you pick up where you left off,
Yep.
and nobody's mad.
Yep.
And the weirdos are like, man, you ain't hit me up, man. Y'all saying y'all in Cabo, and you be playing golf, you ain't hit me up. Shut up.
Yeah, I don't. Man,
Yeah.
I'm 50 years old,
Yeah.
bro.
It's funny you brought that up because I feel like your good energy is like a gas tank. Like, if you are at half a tank of gas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And money's funny for next couple of days, you're not driving all over the place.
No.
You know what I mean? So, and I feel like your energy is the same way. Like, you're not going to wake up every day with the full tank of energy.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to use it where it's most needed.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't have, I don't have enough energy every day to give A, B, and C any of it, or I won't have any left for the people that matter.
Correct.
So that, to me, I treat my energy like a gas tank. Now, I had to be told about myself, like, oh, you smile and kiki and laugh and joke. Like, because what we do, our energy has to be right. So sometimes there's not only so much left in the tank once you get home. And at home, they don't deserve the grumpy old man because you've been showing everybody your teeth all day.
Yep.
So I had to learn that. Like, man, I'm going to ignore this chat today because I need to save my energy for this. I'm not ignore, but like I got to preserve my good energy for where it really matters.
Right. I have buddies that I don't see but like 2 or 3 times a year.
If that.
But we're still just as close.
Which is
weird.
close.
Like if he called me, hey man, I've got a flat tire, I'm out the door.
Yeah.
Or and vice versa. I got a buddy back in Fort Worth. He's the longest friend I've had. I've known him since we were in the 2nd grade. I've not seen him this calendar year, although I plan to at some point in the next few months when I start planning our big Dallas-Fort Worth podcast.
Yeah, we got to get on that.
He'll definitely come out. But he's a guy that I love, even though I don't see him, and vice versa. Like, I barely even know his girlfriend. I've met her twice. And he's only met Nina once. Yet we're like blood brothers, but we don't see each other all the time. There is value, though, in friendship, especially as you get older. People start dying. Not that we're 80, but, at some point as we get into our elderly years,
parents,
we're going to start losing people, not to get all weird on you, and those friendships will become more valuable. But here, as we're hustling and doing all this stuff, it's just like, and I think in educated people that get it and they understand, you can't hang out with everybody all the time. And I think
it's impossible.
I've got close friends that live here in the city that'll tell you Mike doesn't hang out like he used to. And that's just how it's gone.
Yeah.
It's just by design. It has nothing to do with my buddies. It's all about me not wanting to go out all the time. Hardly ever.
Right.
Yeah, man. Even if like Nina dumped me today, hopefully it doesn't happen.
Don't even
and
put
I wind
that
up
in the
alone,
atmosphere.
I'm still not going to be going. I'm not going to change my going out habits.
No.
Staying at home. I'll just I'll just watch more TV. Because you're right. You have to. I don't want to be an asshole, and I'm not going to fake the energy though. If I don't have it, I'm not going to go out. And I just really like staying home. And we've been busy as shit. All that to say, I've seen Jose Bouquet way too much this week. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
And there's too much information.
And we got to get back in here tomorrow and see him.
Too much information.
However, I do want to thank you, Bookie, because
Same.
you've worked overtime this week. You deserve a bonus, and we appreciate that.
Bookie gets paid well by Slaughterhouse.
He does. By the time I got home last night, by the way, thanks everybody for watching last night. By the time I got home, we already had more views on the YouTube channel of the draft show than we had yesterday mornings in the building.
That's just YouTube.
That's only YouTube.
That don't count Twitter, Spotify, Apple, iHeart.
Yeah,
so when you look at those YouTube numbers,
done.
don't forget to add in. I'm speaking to the people that pay us. Don't forget to add in. I don't give a shit about the list.
Oh, you talking to partners now? Here we go. Yeah. Rudy's preaching to partners again.
Just so y'all know, when you go to our YouTube, that's not the only views. And that's why we make y'all money, because the views come from other places.
Right. So
I'm just letting them remind them.
No, we had a good time last night. Real good time. Appreciate it. A lot of fun. Draft went exactly how I hoped it would.
I like arguing with AJ.
Yeah, it was fun. He'll give it to you.
I love it.
I like it. He's good, and he knows his shit too. I sent him a text this morning thanking him for jumping on, and
he's having a rough week. So shout out to AJ and the family.
He said that he was appreciative to
shout out to him for that.
Chop it up with us, and shows like last night's when you got Busy Bar. We got drafts and shit, and we're in here. We're just trying to make it work. We got extra hosts. It can turn into a cacophony of just noise.
Yeah.
But I thought that show went really well. Went home, and I felt good about what we did last night.
We can't let Jose drink, though, before. He has a couple drinks last night, and he's late today.
Yeah, I know. I know.
That's why I'm glad these Gen Zers don't drink.
I know.
Because they can't like, I get up, hey, shit, babe, I got to go. Like, I had to go.
Yep.
Jose's like, that 10:06 won't be too bad.
I know.
Let's, let's go, Molly.
It smelled like, when I walked in here, it smelled
like a bar
finally. It smelled
finally.
like beer in the studio. And then there's like cans in here from whoever was in here when we were out of here last night, whoever followed us.
Rudy, you want to have one?
Who followed us last night?
I don't
in
drink
here
while
in
the
studio?
sun's out unless it's a Sunday. What?
Strange Nights.
Strange Nights. Well, you motherfuckers need to start picking up after yourself, you sons of bitches. Grow the fuck up, man. You don't own this place. We all rent this place. We're all happy and lucky to be in this studio. Don't be trashing Jeff Slaughter's fucking studio. No, I came in here and smelled like weed and beer. They have an empty beer can here next to my chair. Put your fucking trash up. God damn, man. What's your show again called?
Strange Nights.
Cool. How about Grow the Fuck Up Nights next week? Just saying. No, fuck them.
We need
terrible.
We need a Mike's rocking chair.
Rudy, it smelled like ass.
I'm saying sometimes when you're gonna, let's use those rants.
Again, I only have so much energy. I don't want to pick up after some grown asshole who left his beer can in here and had a little bit of beer left in it. Fucker, throw it away, asshole. I don't trash this studio.
No, I take my trash with me every day, but that's how.
That's a lot of cussing. Sorry, but
damn,
it smelled like bud in here.
Come on, acting like me now.
It smelled like drunk person, like when someone's been drinking all night and the next morning their skin smells bad. Yeah. Like coming out of their pores and stuff. I once stood next to Dirk Nowitzki years and years ago, and he smelled like that. Not kidding. He'd been up all night. They had just won the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah. We need Mike's rocking chair bit.
Fine.
And we need a bed for it, Jose.
Let's do it.
Mike, announce when you're going to do that. Let's use that.
Okay, my bad. Just
no, it's on the fly.
Yeah. I didn't get triggered. Getting triggered is when you get mad for nothing over dumb shit. There's legit anger, and that pissed me off. I come in here and cleaning up after folks. I had crumbs on my chair.
Those are from your wings.
Well, that might be from actually, that might be from my wings.
Dude, the first thing I did was call my wife, and I was like, babe, Mike's lemon pepper wings look so damn good. I had a good day.
Why did I offered you one?
I know. Oh no, I wasn't gonna eat bad yesterday. I was like, damn.
I'm sorry that I almost mess up your diet.
Boy, I was itching.
Sorry, man.
You can't just put a bucket of fried chicken in front of me and expect me not to almost die.
I'm sorry. I thought I got here early enough to order them and eat them before.
No, wings take a minute.
Yeah, it wasn't their bad. It was mine.
Yeah.
I pushed it too much. Welcome in. It is in the building here on Love You Hard TV. It is show number 353 under our watch here at the Texas Cheer Liquor Studios that we have cleaned
It's
and gotten
Small
all the
Friday,
shit outta
bitches.
here. The audio disseminator is Jose Buki. That was fun last night.
Yeah.
And the Spurs did good. They did good. Thoughts on we slept on it. We overreacted for 2 hours to the draft. Anything?
Yeah, my takeaway is I don't have a grade. My takeaway is I can't believe that we are here. Meaning, 97 was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And right after we got Tim in 97, 99, we won a final. We didn't get Tony. We got Tony 29th in the first. We got Manu in the second.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe we're in a situation where we've had to get the number 1, the number 4, and the number 2 in the last 3 years. Like, and again, this isn't a Rudy's about to hate on the Spurs speech. The Bulls, the Lakers, the Celtics, the Heat, everybody goes through this. The Cowboys, the 49ers, Green Bay, everybody goes through this. It's just like, damn, I can't believe this is where we are. Like, oh yeah. Like, and now I kind of feel like, well, damn, so this is what, the Orlando Magic feel like. You got, oh man, we got Boncaro. Oh man, we got this draft pick. Oh man, we got Castle.
We got Michael
man,
Candy.
we got Harper. When we get those guys on the floor, yeah, and then I'm sitting around lighting candles, praying. I'm like, oh my God, this is where we are. Yeah. 1-4-2. We're that team. We're that. Again, I haven't dealt with this since 97. When David faked his injury so we could get Tim. And then after that, we rolled for 20-something years. No problems. And now we're 1-4-2. Like, shit. This is what the Browns feel like.
This franchise has never been through this. Since they were the Dallas Chaparrals.
This is insane. Even when Dave was the man, Dave was going to Western Conference Finals.
Sure.
He was just running up against teams that were better.
Even in the 80s, the Spurs were a very competitive organization. They didn't have Clippers years or what Dallas was in the early 90s. The Spurs have never had a worse run in the history of their franchise in San Antonio than the last 7 years. And that's where we are. We're like the fucking draft is the highlight of the season.
I know.
That sucks. I'm sick of it.
I can't believe this is who we are.
That's the Jets fandom right there.
It blows.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's your takeaway from that? Was my takeaway. Like, damn, this is our reality. And I'm praying in 3 years it looks something like what's going on in Oklahoma.
My takeaway is I'm tired of getting my ass kicked. And this team needs to start winning. You sound like CP3 said that before we got Dylan Harper. I've supported this process. I understand that it happens.
We're not Philadelphia.
I get that Timmy was not going to play for 30 years. I totally understand. I get that Kawhi Leonard and that whole thing was just a toxic marriage. That sucked. It is what it is. I knew we were in for this, and I've been very, very patient, and at times almost maybe even apologetic because they've built up so much equity. They have so much goodwill and faith, and they deserve it. But I'm tired of getting my ass kicked, and I think that they are too, and I'd really like to see that stop this season in the form of at least a play-in game. Would that be too much to ask that we finish 10th in the West and go on the road at a play-in game? Is that too much to ask of Mitch Johnson and Brian Wright
and Victor Wembanyama
and whoever,
right?
And Greg Popovich
and RC and
the
Fun Bunch team that comes on the court and the lady that juggles bowls on a unicycle?
Oh, Red Panda, she's the bomb.
She is
hell of a lot better than what ESPN had at halftime during the finals last week. Just show Red Panda. I'd rather watch her than listen to fucking Kendrick
Lamar.
Perkins. Almost said Lamar.
Him too.
Whoa.
All right, that's my takeaway. All right, go do some damn winning. Do something that matters. Give me a reason. Let's stop making the draft night the highlight of the year at San Antonio, because that's what it's been for three years in a row. Donate to us via the Super Chat. You can jump in here with a tip or two. I've already seen a couple come in. You can buy us coffees via the link. Thank you for your member. Be patient with us. We're going to get back to popping member shows very soon. It's only $4.99 a month. You can subscribe to the channel for absolutely free. Love You Hard TV is the name of the channel. Muchas gracias. Shout out to our partners of Pub Sports Radio, and shout out to our partner at Anthem TV. So I thought that was his twin brother that was standing next to
They
Dylan
look
Harper
like
last
twins, but
night
no, it's not.
and I've read this before. This is how I out myself of not following the rest of the NBA. That was Dylan Harper's older brother who plays in Detroit.
What? I
The
didn't know that
Rising
either.
Pistons. Yeah, that's Ron Harper Jr.
Wow.
Because last night, so Dylan and his mother, who also went viral last night,
Yeah, she did.
they walk over. Ron didn't do the interview. I love it. Ron chills in the back.
And Ron, I love
Good
that
for
Ron.
Ron.
I love
Big
that
Ron.
Ron was like, dude, I got 5 titles.
Let my boy have his time.
I played with Michael Jordan. I
Yeah.
played with Kobe Bryant and Shaq.
Mhm.
I've gotten all the lights, camera, action.
He let the boys
need.
have their moment.
And their mom, and like, their mom had a huge role
Mhm.
in their development.
Huge.
Like his first AAU team was coached by his mother.
Right.
You know
She's
what I
a
mean? So
stud.
like, he's like, his mom, like, because a lot of times we just give dad all the credit,
Mhm.
which
Yeah.
I get. You know,
Right.
that's the world we live in. This is a man world. But shout out to Ron
Mark
for
that.
for letting mama get her time. And can we
10:22.
normalize seeing an attractive woman without losing our shit?
I have.
I-
Y'all the ones that
Not me.
Hill Buki and AJ over there.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, like, oh yeah, hey, there's an attractive woman. Let's lose our shit. No, there's an attractive woman.
let's
Cool.
not masturbate. Let's not lose our
Dude,
shit.
like this woman's gonna be in our town for the next 10 years,
I
hopefully.
know. Let's not
make her feel
Right.
uncomfortable.
They're never going to give us a credential
She's
again.
gonna come out walking around like a nun because of people like Buki and Agapito. Oh my God! Did you see Dylan Harper's mom? Yeah.
I don't know about wins, but they sure are going to win the hottest mom
like,
contest. Yeah.
She's
We're
pretty.
number one in that.
Ooh.
Yeah. Anyway.
Rudy, it was unexpected though.
Dude,
Unexpected
have
hot
the-
woman.
You have the
It was
internet.
unexpected.
You have the internet.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't research Dylan Harper's
No,
mom.
I'm not talking about that. I'm saying like you see pretty women all the time. We see gorgeous men all the time.
Sorry,
We don't got to lose our shit when we see someone attractive.
I'm just used to seeing my mom's boobs. Sorry.
Anyhow, that was Ron Harper Jr. standing next to Dylan and his mama of the Pistons.
2 kids in the league.
Of the Pistons. Yeah, 2 kids
They
in the
said,
league.
did they
yeah.
find Ron somewhere to get some cigars?
Probably. I bet his DMs blew up. He probably had 20,000 new followers in San
Ron,
Antonio.
if you want to
last
smoke
night.
with a real smoker, hit me up. Not these
Mhm.
posers that do it for
Absolutely.
Instagram.
No doubt.
Hit me up,
Man,
Ron, with
and
your
the other
bow-legged
take,
ass.
as I woke up
Bow-legged.
as I woke up this morning, I'm even happier today. I just really think Dylan is going to be a really, really
Well, because see,
good
them
player
highlight
for a
reels will
long
get you
time.
hype. I've been watching them highlight reels
He's
at
a
Rutgers,
baller.
and I get a chubby. I'm like, yo,
Yeah, and we had fun with all the white kids that got drafted, and all the white cliches.
oh, I loved it.
And I said this last night. I'll say it again. Like
It looked like white settlement
it
at
did.
the NBA draft last night.
Absolutely, yeah. It looked like it looked like Bernie High's team this year or somebody like that. But no, I mean, Dylan Harper has all the white guy cliches. He's a coach on the floor.
Yeah.
He's a basketball junkie. He led a very provincial life in New Jersey. He went to the local school. He didn't go down to Florida to go to school. He didn't go to that big school in Vegas. He went to a school in New Jersey. He's only lived in New Jersey his entire life. Ron and is it Maria, his wife? I mean his
Well, I thought she was
big
Filipino.
Ron. She is Maria. Maria.
They named Filipinos Maria.
Half them. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, because they got
Spain.
they're like interjected. Their bloodline. there.
Spain ran the Philippines forever.
Okay.
That's why you got Bonilla, Guajillo,
What's
names
Manny's
like
real
this.
name? It ain't Manny.
It's probably like Emmanuel.
Oh,
It's probably
see?
or Manuel. Yeah, Spain ran the
Some
Philippines.
of my Latino people
for a
give me
long
what's
time.
the lineage between Latino people and Filipino people?
It's the
Spain?
Spaniards.
Okay.
Yeah, Spain ran the Philippines for 500 years.
Okay.
Finally, and after World War II, Spain pulled out. And the Philippines been independent in the 40s and have been independent ever since. So, yeah, you get a little bit there's a Latino flair.
Man,
in the
Mike be
Philippines.
on it. Look at that. The Philippines was primarily conquered by Spain in the 16th century
Oh, did you pull that up?
under the leadership of Miguel López de Legazpi.
Legazpi.
Later, the
Legazpi.
United States acquired the Philippines from Spain after the Spanish-American War. Japan also occupied
There
the
you go.
Philippines during World War II.
Yep.
Mike, give me some, man. You
Well,
goddamn history
shit,
buff.
God dang it. So Maria Harper, he had a real grounded life for a 5-star future NBA star. Dylan's a good dude, man. He's a good kid.
He
looks
Spurs,
like a Spur. I knew you were going to say
he's
that.
a Spurs guy.
All the hoops, all the junk, all the white guy cliches apply to him. He's a junkie. He's a lifer. It's all he does. He plays basketball. That's what he does. And when he's not playing basketball, he goes out and shoots or plays NBA 2K or whatever. That's what he does. It's what he does.
It's all, yeah. And to see this, the beauty of having, and I mean, Gilbert Arenas' son is going to be a top 2 pick next year. Mm-hmm. The beauty of having an NBA dad and you not being forced to try and save your family. Mm-hmm. Like I heard Gilbert talk about this. Like, oh no, Carmelo talked about this too. His son's probably going to be a lottery pick one day too here soon. He's going to Syracuse.
Boozer's
like
kids?
Boozer's kids. They don't have to have them out there at 6. They wait till the kids come to them. And then Gilbert, Carmelo, I've heard them all say this. When I asked them, is this what you want? Yes, this is what I want. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, then let's get to work. Because they're not there to save the family. Right. Whereas the kid that's there to save LeBron or KD, who's raised by your mom and your grandma, I got to go. I got to get it. We got to figure this out. We got to go. NBA dad's like, when you ready, you let me know. And you're going to have to show me that you're ready. I'm not waking you up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's a whole different path that these guys get to take. Right. And you're getting trained by somebody that's done it. So you're not wasting time on a trainer that just taking your parents' money, really not trying to get your son to the NBA, just trying to make money. It's a whole different mindset and training and everything involved that helps them. Not all of them going to make it, but the ones that do, it's a whole different path, like what you said with Dylan.
You brought up Michael Jordan's sons last night. Those kids don't care about basketball, and that's okay. But these kids of these basketball descendants that are that talented, they came by that through passion. They may have clearly natural talent because their dad or their mom, in this case,
it's not out of desperation.
But no, these kids that are this good want to be that good. They have put in the time. They've grown up with money. They ain't trying to save nobody, as you said. And so, we've got the Boozers are coming up soon. Who's next year you mentioned? Was it Melo's kid next year?
No, Gilbert Arenas'
kid. Arenas' kid. Oh, the kid that got in the car wreck. Yeah. So we're going to have an Arenas.
He's a top 5
We're going to have Boozer again. We got Harper now in the draft.
Melo's kid.
Yeah, we got,
Melo's kid will be a lottery pick here in a year or two as well. So,
is that going to make you guys feel ancient when you guys see all these kids of the players that we all watched?
I already do.
No, that's been a while since I
started feeling that a while back.
Yeah. I'm wearing a 30-year-old baseball jersey.
Yeah.
I felt old for a long time.
Yeah, like this ain't nothing new.
No, this ain't nothing new. All right, it is In the Building, presented in part by GC Roofing and Construction, serving all of South and Central Texas, whether you live in Austin or Brownsville. These boys at GC had a 10th customer this past week. Maybe 11th now. I'm losing track. I'm losing track of
starting on a new. Who are they starting on, man?
Mr. Singh.
Mr. Singh, mother father.
That's right. And he already cut the check, so the money's in. So it's an official 11th, I believe, roof now is going to get either repaired, replaced, and have the life elongated because of our guys over at not only GC but Lone Star Nano Services.
I know AD likes love sauce. I'm hoping he gets a little of that nano love sauce on there so he doesn't have to do this again.
I'll bet he does. Mm-hmm. And he'll be happy.
Dale, reach out to AD, who Dale came up to me, who owns Lone Star, at the Lion and Rose live show and said, "Hey, who's that over there with that Texas Chill Liquor hat?" I was like, "That's AD." He was like, "Man, this whole time I had him pictured as this old man with this huge gray beard. He owns 7 liquor stores." I'm like, dude, AD's like 36, bro.
Yeah, he's a young man.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. He's a baller.
He was shocked that AD wasn't some old Indian man. I was like, well, I don't know. Did we paint AD out to be an old Indian man?
No, or people think he's like some Maharaja. You're walking around in an Armani suit all day, and he's got 2 guns in his pockets. No, he's just a regular young man. And he's the latest customer.
Who hated Citibank and was like, yo, liquor's recession proof. I'm going to open a liquor store.
Good for him. Now he got 7. All right, it's GC Surfaces Roofing. There's your latest customer. There's your latest happy customer. Thanks to my boys.
Get
at
that
GC
love sauce,
Services
AD.
Roofing and Lone Star Nano Services. Want to partner up with Rudy and I? Absolutely. You want to be like Mr. Singh? You want to have an alternate ego because of how we portray you on our show? You too can partner up with us and more importantly, grow your business. This is a show that grows businesses in this town. We just do. We have the track record to prove it. It is in the building. Want to partner with us? Reach out to me and or Rudy.
See,
We'll
I
talk
guess
to you
we
today.
paint him as old. Ruben even said he was expecting him to be old.
Really? No, he's in his 30s.
Yeah.
He's just a freaking baller, man.
Him and his sister are twins. They look just alike.
Yeah, he's just a. I hate when you say that
She does too.
because it insults her.
She hates it. That's why I do it.
All right, I wanted to chop it up a little bit today if you were down. The other kid they picked, Carter Bryant. I don't know how good he's going to be.
He's going to
But
spend
I
a whole
sure
bookie hit it on the
like
head last
him.
night. He'll be in Austin next year.
I would probably so.
He's going to be in Austin.
He looks like an Austin kid.
I think that, I kind of hate the word upside. He's got a high ceiling. That kid has an opportunity to be a rotation player, though, in San Antonio in the next couple of years. He's
sure.
good, man. I like him a lot.
Well, who decides Austin now? It's Mitch, right?
Mitch and Brian, and I guess Pop collectively. They
Brian,
powwow
too. I
on
keep
that.
leaving Brian right out.
Poor Brian. He's the actual GM.
I know. I keep leaving Brian out. Sorry, Brian.
So, and Brian said last night.
What did Brian say?
And of course, it's easy to say in hindsight, but I don't think he was lying. They tried to trade up to get Carter Bryant
Because they thought
They
he may
loved
be
him.
gone.
They didn't think he'd be there at 14. Tried to trade up to get him, couldn't get something done, and held their breath praying he'd be there at 14. They were almost as ecstatic to get Carter Bryant just because of the slot they got him at than they got Dylan Harper.
Yeah, and
Superstar.
and if you just go look at the box score, it wasn't great, but I listen to the great Jay Billis.
Mm-hmm.
And Jay Billis said the one thing about him, he didn't get a lot of looks because he was with some other great 5-star kids, but when he did get an open look, he knocked it down. And in today's NBA, that's a premium, especially when you have a guy like Dylan that penetrates. Castle gets to the cup. Fox gets to the cup.
Yeah.
Wemby gets attention. Now you got to start surrounding the perimeter with guys that can knock down shots, and I think it's a good start with Carter.
Also, I did some more research on him this morning. I didn't know this. So his father, Carter Bryant's dad, was an assistant coach at MLK High in Riverside, California.
Is that a historic high school?
Yeah, when
Okay.
Kawhi Leonard played there.
Really?
Yeah, so his dad coached Kawhi Leonard in high school, and Carter, because of his body type, has modeled, and I know that name is a little weird in this town.
You can say what you want. Kawhi's a baller. It's
He
a
has
great model.
patterned his
Yeah,
game
nothing wrong
after
with that.
Kawhi Leonard.
Say it with your chest, Mike.
Yeah, so they know it. So I just look, man, I'm tired of getting my ass kicked. I'm tired of you just wait. We sound like the Aggies, You just wait, when you just keep on waiting, the future's bright. I'm tired of that shit. The Nike child factories of Bucharest are never going to ever stitch champions, Spurs, if we don't get our shit together real soon. It's time.
Right.
It's time. Wemby's entering his third year. You traded for a veteran star. You're drafting future stars. It's time to see. I don't need a full brisket, Rudy, as you use that analogy. I don't need the entire
Right.
garden to have bloomed, but I need some petals to kick out of that stalk. It's time, man. It is
Petals
time.
to kick out of that stalk. Mark that.
It's time.
I
I
always
need
like
this
I'm
thing
a
to bloom.
Yeah, I'm a backstory guy, Mike.
Yeah.
So his grandfather, he's the grandchild of deaf adults, or GODA. His grandfather, Mike Doc Torres, is a member of the USA Deaf Basketball Hall of Fame.
Wow.
His grandmother, Shelley Freed, is a longtime educator and administrator at the California School for the Deaf.
Okay.
And his mother, Sabrina Torres, is a sign language interpreter. And he said when they were growing up, they had an hour per day they were not allowed to talk. They only sign.
Does he
An
speak
hour.
sign?
Yeah, every day.
Carter Bryant signs?
Every day.
That's awesome.
Yeah, every day growing up.
That's
They had-
cool.
Like I don't know what would happen in my house. My 6-year-old would lose her shit. If we said, all right, from 2 to 3, everybody shut up. We're only signing. You know what I mean? She would lose her shit. She talks so much. She's definitely her father's child because she does not know how to be quiet. So I just imagine that, like,
Yeah.
as a kid, just like, especially when you're like, boys,
Mhm.
middle school,
Yeah.
All we do is talk shit and break shit.
Rudy.
If my mom told me to be quiet for an hour, I'd be farting and burping and be like, Mom, I didn't talk, you know?
Man, I can't go an hour without talking when I'm at home alone.
I'm saying, you talk to yourself?
Fuck yeah.
I do
Or the
too.
TV.
My kids think it's so weird. They're like, what did you say?
Nina
I was
wasn't
like, talking to
kidding when
myself.
she said the other day he walks around yelling at the TV all day. I don't think I could go an hour
No.
at 50 without talking. Be a funny bit, but I know I'd fail.
Would it be
There's
cool?
no
Wouldn't
way.
it be cool if all the Spurs learned and they called everything with sign language?
That'd be a good bit.
Silent count?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck are they running?
It'd be tough to do it with one hand dribbling, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, they can figure it out.
They figure it
They can
out.
figure it out. They can figure it out.
So
All right.
shout out to the draft.
That's awesome.
I'll give it a solid B+ because I don't
At-
know what
at
Carter's gonna be.
worst. Yeah, at worst it's a
I'm
B+
giving
at this
giving
point.
Dylan an A, obviously,
Yeah,
but I don't know
obviously.
what Carter's gonna be.
Obviously. Y'all want to do a little punching?
Why not?
Oh, let's get violent up in here on In the Building and Love You Hard TV.
Now, it's time for People I Want to Punch on In the Building.
Kimbo says, somebody in my family had him on the radio every day. I thought Mike was in his 50s way back in the day. Yeah, I'm another one. When I used to meet people for the first time, I thought you were 6'5" and walked around with a cowboy hat on all day.
Everyone always thought I was Calvin
The only thing,
because my voice was deep and his was like a little
right,
girl.
because he's tall.
Right, and then we show up and like, no, that's Calvin with the girl voice. That's the short 5'8",
Yeah.
some bitch with the deep voice.
The only thing tall on me is McKizzock.
Jesus.
Wow. Everyone thinks I'm white when they hear me.
No, really?
I also apparently sound like Lois Griffin. I have a nasally voice.
Yeah, you do. Although you do look a lot, you present better now than you did before the haircut.
That's nice. That's good.
You had a chia peta pubic hair 2 weeks ago, and you look sharp with that haircut. So still keep it going. Or are you going to let it grow back out and cut it? Like, would you cut it twice a year or something?
Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do.
Who you punching, man?
Punch the son of a bitch in California, Southern California,
Okay.
who killed his estranged wife and her boyfriend because she had left him and moved on.
Damn.
Dateline, Southern California.
True crime on In the Building.
Fitness influencer and her date were allegedly shot and killed by her estranged husband in Southern California.
Wow.
Gloria Zamora, 40, as well as her date Hector Garduno, 43, were fatally shot Saturday, according to
Damn.
local police. Now, the off-duty police officer shot and killed the husband. So good, the son of a bitch is
So
gone. So
all
I'm
three are
punching him.
dead.
Yeah, I'm punching him in his
God.
casket. The two were
Good
found
Lord.
by police in a parking lot outside of a sushi restaurant in Fontana. Each suffered from gunshot wound, according to police and ABC 7IA.
What's the influencer's name?
Where is it? Gloria Zamora.
Gloria Zamora.
Yeah, Gloria Zamora. Shot
You
and
can't
killed.
find a photo.
Man, it's crazy, dog.
That's
You
crazy.
got to know who you're getting in a relationship with.
Man, there ain't never gonna look. I love Nina very much, and I'm on the record. No one believes me. If I can't make this work, I'm out the game. I've been divorced
You're
twice.
just gonna be celibate, man. It's over.
Well, I ain't gonna be celibate, but I'm not gonna be serious.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna
Look,
just,
Bookie has to look her up so the whole chat can be like, oh man, I would
know.
have killed someone over her
I
too.
just drive up to Austin twice a month and ring the bell at the Asian spa. That's what I'd do.
Oh.
But I would never be serious again. That all being said, and they say Nina runs off today with a neighbor. I ain't gonna go murder these people.
No.
I value myself too much. I have too much self-confidence and self-respect. I'm not gonna murder nobody.
That's
And who knows if she's happy? Fuck it. You know,
Reading stories
I'm getting
like-
old.
reading
I'm
stories
good.
like this, makes Bill
Dude.
Maher more right. Maybe we need to start it's really people out there that are, if I can't have her, no one can.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That's weak-minded men bullshit. It's unfortunate. You got her picture up on there that you showing
Yeah.
them? No.
What, did you put it up there?
That's
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's up. Yeah, she does the fitness. I can confirm.
Does
Well,
she do the
she
fitting?
did the fitness.
She did the fitness, and she's one of us. So shout out to her. At least she was one of us, I guess.
Venezuelan or Latina?
Hispanic, yeah, Latino,
Okay.
whatever. All the same, right?
No.
Yeah, punch him, man. Like, come on, dog.
All right.
And then an off-duty officer got his ass. So there's that.
I want to punch a guy that we actually ridiculed last night and wondered why he still has a job.
Oh, boy.
I want to punch, not you.
Oh, no. What did I do?
Good one.
I want to punch former Spur and now long-term Brooklyn Nets GM Sean Marks
Why are you punching Sean? What'd he do?
for wasting the first. He had 5 first-round picks last night. 5. And probably drafted 5 busts. This is going to go down as the worst first round in the history of the NBA. Y'all just let this play out. I give you the names Igor Demine, Nolan Traore, Drake Powell, Ben Saroff, and Danny Wolf. Those are the 5 kids that the Brooklyn Nets spent their 5 first-round picks on last night. 5. And you drafted 5 stiffs, including that Danny Wolf.
What happened with him?
That whole family was crying their balls off.
I
What-
got you.
They
What's
probably
wrong with
couldn't
that, Mike?
believe they got drafted in the first round.
Rudy, this is, I'll say it,
What?
this might be the ugliest family in America.
They're the
Hey.
the Wolves.
Yeah.
They're not
Hey.
pretty. They're not attractive.
I'll say it. It is.
Who says that?
I'll say it, man.
Not exactly Maria Harper.
They're like millionaires now. Shout out to them, but good lord.
He looks like Sean
that's
Marks.
that's the brother. Oh, here we go.
Where did he
that's
play
mom
college
and
ball
dad.
at?
No, we're not allowed to play the audio.
Don't play the audio.
Yeah. There you go.
Where did he play college at?
Michigan State.
Oh, he's an Izzo guy? I trust Izzo
I
guys.
don't know. I'm not. We're Danny Wolf. Anyway, it's you had 5 once. You couldn't find a way to trade 2 of them to get up into the top 8 or 6 and go. Ace, your boy Ace Bailey wanted to go to Brooklyn. Take 3 of them
Said it out
fucking
loud.
picks and trade up and get the kid. You draft these white stiffs. What are we doing? And a French kid. It's going to be the worst opening round in the history that anyone's ever had, just because of the number of picks that you pissed
Well,
on.
I'm gonna let this play out then.
Yeah,
I'll be interested.
Wait, I'm punching Sean Marks. But for real, we brought him up last night. How is he still on the job up there?
I don't know. Again,
Michael Malone got shit canned this year.
I feel like whenever a GM is doing an awful job and they keep their job,
Mm-hmm.
that means that they're doing what they've been instructed to do.
Well, the owners are horrible.
Yes. That's the only when you're
What are we
that
doing?
when you're that bad, that means you're being told what to do. A la Nico Harrison.
Right.
You're
That's
being
insane.
told what to do.
Yeah, punch me. I can't clear my damn throat today. I don't know why. All right, people I want to punch presented by the law office of Orlando Kell, the official family lawyer. I've been in the building. It is O'Kell. All right, guy, if you need a family man, a family lawyer, whether you're a husband or wife, we focus on dudes, obviously, for the obvious reasons on our show, but not like Orlando hates women.
Because dudes get screwed in Texas.
But dudes do get screwed. And Orlando has a lot of room in his heart. He saves a lot of his day for dads. He really takes a shine to defending dads in court in divorce, especially dads who have kids and they're under 18. It's Orlando Kell. If you need a family lawyer, that's our guy, 210-775-4995. You can email O'Kill directly, orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. It is orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. Okay.
Didn't do anything. What's up?
Old ball coach.
Yeah.
Don't hear from him much these
Hey.
days. He's 80 now.
I
He's
like when the
retired.
old men tell that. You know who gonna, if you want to know the truth,
He got in a rocking chair.
if you want to know the truth about something, if you want to know if you look nice or if you look fat, ask a child or ask an old person.
Or Mike Taylor.
or Mike or Mike Taylor. Steve Spurrier falls into the ask the old guy if you want to know the truth. Set this up, Mike.
All right. Let me.
I
don't
pot-
want to
I
misquote
love
the man.
I love a pot stir.
I don't want to misquote. Of course, this is Steve Spurrier.
He's
You know,
he's a national
You
champion.
can't spell Citrus Bowl without UT. Remember that?
Right, yeah.
That's my man. Steve Spurrier, one of the most entertaining people I've ever talked
With the
about in my
accent
career.
and the truth,
That's right.
you love it.
You damn right, Rudy. You know, you can't spell citrus without UT.
He hated Tennessee.
And hated the Mannings. Okay, he's all okay. He's always had a hard-on for the Manning family. I don't know if it's jealousy or he can't stand how perfect everybody thinks they are, how they can do no wrong.
Yeah.
The Manning shit don't stink. And of course, the old, Archie played at Mississippi, Eli played at Mississippi, Peyton played at Tennessee, and they were always nemesis of Spurrier when he was in Florida. So Steve Spurrier goes on another duly noted podcast, some Big Southern John Plantation Country podcast. Let's talk about the SEC. We're going to talk about recruit. And so they got Spurrier on there, and they ask him about all the hype in Austin and Arch. And Spurrier's quote, I think most people are picking Texas to win the ACC. They got Arch Manning and hell already winning the Heisman Trophy too. My question is, if Arch is that good, how come they let Quinn Ewers play all the time last year and he was a 7th-round pick?
That is what
we've talked about this.
We're almost into the 7th month of 2025. And that might be the greatest question of 2025.
He's so damn good. How come he couldn't start over a 7th rounder?
Mike, what is your answer?
My answer is Sark was stubborn. He should have played Arch Manning over the fucking Quinn Ewers. I would have started Arch last year. We've talked about this.
So then you feel like,
this is on Sark. And also, I think Quinn, I just think that they overrated Quinn's hold on the team. I think they were worried that, if we bench Quinn and go to Arch, it sends a bad message to the guys in the locker room. I don't think that's the case, because how many times did you point out last year, every time Arch comes in, the entire bench is like, everybody stands up, all the guys just, oh, fuck yeah, Arch is in the game, baby. We're unstoppable now.
Energy shift.
The answer is, it's not that Arch is overrated. It's that Quinn's overrated and Sark was stubborn.
Sark overthought it.
Yes, that's the answer. That's my opinion.
And I think also Sark, again, he got we talked about this in the NBA. You got a kid that comes from a family that understands, one, Arch don't need any money, okay? Number two, Arch doesn't need 3 years on the field. So he got so blessed that the Manning family was cool with it. And it made the decision easier.
Yes.
If he'd been like, yo, man, if Arch ain't getting on the field, we'll just go to Georgia.
Correct.
Because the Mannings would have been on the bench. Because Arch was cool with it, because Cooper was cool with it, he was like, you know what? Then I'm gonna just play the vet, and it'll be Arch's team once Quinn is gone. So that made it easier.
More. Yeah, but it's fair. It's a fair question of Spurrier. It is. Now he's also taking a shot. That's what he does best.
He don't like. And my thing is like, man, Peyton Manning. T. Martin won the title at UT, not Peyton Manning. There's no reason to have that much hate toward the Manning family. It's not like they were dominating college football.
Right. And he went 3-0 against Peyton when he was at Florida. Spurrier did.
See, what's the hate for the Manning family?
I don't know. And by the way, Spurrier also did the same shit because he had Tebow, but he had Chris Leak, who was the returning starter.
And he had Tebow doing like wildcat shit.
Playing running back and shit. He started Chris Leak all year, knowing the whole world knew that Tebow was the next big star, but he let Chris Leak play, and it cost him a season.
Yeah, Chris Leak was 5'6".
Right. Then Tebow shows up the next year, and what did they do? They won the Natty.
Yeah.
So Spurrier's done this shit before. It's a legit question, though, in a crazy way.
Question.
It's a great question.
But the thing is, it's not a great question because the point of it is, like you said, Mike, Arch should have been playing.
He should have been.
It wasn't because he wasn't good enough.
No. And it damn sure wasn't because he wasn't better than Quinn Ewers, who I bitched about all year long every week. And half the people on the chat called me an idiot. And then he went in the 7th round. And he probably shouldn't even have done that. He will never start in the NFL. He's a spare.
Unless everybody's hurt.
He just won a shit ton of games. Texas is the only school to go to the playoffs these first 2 years. Quinn's frustrating because he's really talented and they win a lot of games, but I just don't think he's a star.
Yeah, and when I read the story, then I started going down the UT football rabbit hole. Mm-hmm. And another question I don't think we're asking enough is we are so locked in on Arch Manning. It's his team now. We forget they lost a lot of people, whether it be the NFL draft or the portal. There's a ton of other holes, but we're so fixated on Arch. It's Arch.
Yeah.
We're not thinking about like, okay, well, what are they doing at DB? What are they doing at receiver? What about the linebackers? Fair. What about the offensive linemen? What about the defensive linemen that we lost? There's some holes from guys that have been experienced in the SEC that we gonna have to see how these guys that fill in. Because again, a lot of their success came from, it wasn't because Quinn was great, it was because they were all around one of the 4 best teams in the world.
Yeah.
And they lost a lot of people to the NFL. So we could talk about Arch, but there's some other holes that definitely there's other positions where we should step back and question whether they're going to be able to fill that, and are they going to be able to do what they did last year because of those things. Like, you could be Eli was great, Peyton was great. They didn't have 22 guys that were great,
right,
like UT did the last couple of years.
That's a great point. The Longhorns have like 12 arches because these kids that are going to now start, they're all 5- and 4-star players too.
Great point. That's fair.
That's fair. Talent, but they're not proven. Lost your running backs, 3 offensive linemen, tight end,
receiver.
You got
DBs.
Lost 2 of your receivers, all your DBs, 2 of your linebackers.
We can talk about Arch, but there's other holes.
Yeah.
Not holes, because they can fill in with 5 stars, but not
until proven otherwise, they're holes.
They have to go their first time. They got to go into the horseshoe.
Yeah, I think Texas is probably going to be number 1 in
preseason.
The AP.
Number 1,
I do, and then they may lose to Ohio State. But Texas, to Spurrier's point, Texas has a shit ton of unknowns. Now, I think it's going to be fine. I don't see any reason why the Longhorns can't go back to certainly the playoffs. They've made it easier for everybody. There's no reason that Texas can't win at least 10 games and go to the playoffs again, because the talent is there. But even though Spurrier has that redneck way of asking, because he hates the Manning family. Yeah, you don't hate him. He just,
If he's so good, I can hear him.
They already got Arch winning the Heisman. He didn't even play the game yet. What's the deal? He played UTSA. What I don't understand.
He couldn't start over a 7th-round pick.
That's right. If he's so daggum good, how come they started a 7th-round guy? I mean, golly,
it's great because they're Texas, asshole, and everybody's a 5-star player.
Kongs, Penn State.
Love it. Penn State's going to be good.
They'll be good. Show me.
Same.
Show me.
Yeah.
Show me. Like, nah.
You got to show me.
You got to show me, dog.
All right. It is in the building. You can listen to us. The audio versions of this program are a part of the Believe Podcast Network, Spotify, Apple, and iHeart, and on down the line if you want to listen to us. Watch them Baseline Bums. Thanks again to AJ for being in here in the room with us last night during the draft. And Buki, too, has his own Saturday show on Love You Hard TV, the Say Hey Plays Betting on Baseball show. So if you're a big fan of Bouquet, you can catch him with his, whoever those derelicts are you got on that show with you every Saturday. What time does it start?
11 a.m.
11 a.m. All right. Brian Wright, speaking of the Spurs GM, said something last night that piqued my interest after the draft was over, because they were asking about how the Spurs now have 5 point guards, basically. And Brian Wright said something that I need to take to heart, that we all do.
What's that?
Positions don't matter anymore. He said that last night. I'm not even sure if we should, like last night they kept calling everybody a W.
Winged.
Wing. We as the fans, and I'm just as guilty as anybody,
especially as older ones.
It's time to eliminate positions in basketball. There in the NBA. There's not any.
There ain't, because I mean, LeBron's listed as the best small forward ever, but he's been playing point guard the last 10 years.
Pretty much, yeah.
He didn't play like Michael.
Yeah.
He didn't play like Kawhi. Luka is a point guard, I guess, or a point forward. Like, I don't know what Luka is. I don't know if Joker's a center. He's shooting threes.
They all start
pick and rolls.
Do they do it by position still? Center, forward,
front court, back court.
Front court, back court. See? But as weird as that looks to us, and as easy as it's like, that's kind of lame, that's basketball now. It's time to eliminate these positions. Well, the Spurs got 4 point guards. No, they don't. They got 4 guards. They got 4 guard, wing, defensive-minded, 3-point shooting, super talented, skilled basketball players, whatever that means.
Yeah.
It's gone back to now how we used to play back in the day when we go to the court. Play outside. There's no positions. Let's go. We're going to run 3 on 3 full court.
And every now and then you get a big guy and you be like, man, get your big ass in block.
Right. You know? Every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
It may be time to eliminate. It may be time for the NBA to just eliminate the term point guard.
there's so much that Adam Silver and his minions have to figure out, Mike. One, I think the biggest one, I don't think that's close, is what you talked about yesterday, is the money. That's number one. Number two, I would say, is the All-Star game. I think they're going to do what I told them to do 3 years ago, World versus USA. But number three is, and this is picking up steam, is the 8 Achilles tears this year. And the reason, what I say, you can't figure out injuries, but what you have to figure out is your analytics versus just your common damn sense. And when you look at the analytics, it's as fast a game that we've ever played. Pace and space, like 109 possessions or whatever it is. The analytics say that's best. But maybe because we're trying to live by those analytics from these MIT, Harvard dudes, and then you take into account it's 82 games, which is way too many. Then you 3 and 4 nights, 5 and 7 nights at that pace, at that torque, at that level, and they're playing AAU since they're 10. Maybe it's time to start rethinking the analytics on how the style of play is, because again, there hasn't been, I can't remember a year in any sport where 8 Achilles were torn.
The NBA loves its analytics.
And there's a place for it.
Every team has a department.
There's a place for it.
But the NBA are hypocrites when it comes to the analytics, when it comes to fucking with the money that the league makes, because the analytics also say y'all need to play a lot less games.
And then now we're not listening to
analytics.
Everyone, right.
Yeah, the medicine
Bingo, Mike.
and the analytics also say stop playing 82 games. And there ain't no effing way that's going to happen. Silver already said it a couple weeks ago during the finals. We're not going to play less games. Shit, they're making them play the in-season tournament. We're playing more games now. It's nuts, the number of games these kids are asked to play.
Right.
And the style of play now.
And the style of play.
Shaq didn't blow his Achilles out because Shaq just ran his big ass down there and turned around and got the ball and dunked it all night.
0.4 game, which we consider a classic, was 71-73.
I know.
That's in the second quarter.
I don't love
that. Yeah, I don't want that.
But 149 to 142, and Boston took 65 threes tonight, made 18 of them. As much as I agree the analytics and the math are correct, that does not mean the product is good. The entertainment value is also being sucked out of the league because of analytics. But their
they
greed,
say get up the court as fast as you can, jack up a three as fast as you can.
And their greed is now leading to 8 superstars blowing out Achilles.
And I think the one thing we can move on from, because the owners, they need their 41 games. They're not shortening it. So then, okay, what's the other option? Because they're not going to shorten the league.
Just don't play guys 20 times a year. If
you're in charge of Luka and you're Rob Pelinka, are you going to JJ Redick and tell him get him at 66 so he can make first All NBA and shut him down?
And actually, that should be less than that. It should be 60. But yeah,
it shouldn't be 65.
No,
because it's the number 65 to get any awards.
In truth, the NBA
so
really
then you can sit
play
out 17 games.
Yeah, the NBA really ought to play 50-game seasons.
Oh, yeah. But
it would be so much more entertaining. The games would mean so much more.
Yeah, that would be.
They would never do this.
That would be 16 home games lost for the Holtz.
Sure.
And the Dells.
Sure.
That'll never happen. But I agree with you. When they started at Christmas, it was perfect.
They love their analytics until it fucks with the money.
Right. Bingo. Like next year, where there's 8 guys we're not going to get to see.
But at some point, something's going to have to come to a head. Because you're paying guys like Devin Vassell.
They got a lot of issues to work out.
We said this a lot yesterday. Devin Vassell, in the America that I live in, there should not be a scenario where Devin Vassell makes more money than CeeDee Lamb makes. And you brought this name up yesterday.
51 other players, but no, I agree.
This is bullshit.
Yeah.
They're making way too much cash as well. The NBA does have issues, and I think it's sooner rather than later.
Got a lot to iron out, or stop worrying about June. And I know guys don't want to give up this much of their lives. Extend the season so you're not playing so many games in a short amount of nights. You know?
Oh, you mean like longer on the calendar?
Yeah,
yeah. Go.
I mean, I know it would suck.
Back-to-backs blow. How many times? I don't even what's the analysis? What's the data? I mean, we have math. We know we have the results. Like teams on the second night of a back-to-back, what is their record? It's probably
below-
1,000 games under
below
500.
500.
Of course it is. It's unfair and it's bullshit because when the analytics start messing around with the money, then they don't give a shit.
Right.
And at some point, that's gonna crash.
Yeah.
All right, they are perfect. They got it all figured out at Executive Armoring right here in San Antonio, Texas, a global company that armors cars and does bulletproof windows. You can just have the windows done if you want to, but if you want to do the entire car, Executive Armoring right here in San Antonio, Texas. These are the people that do it better than just about anybody, not just in town, but like this is a global company. They will ship cars overseas to Africa, Asia, anywhere, and they do them right here in San Antonio.
Yeah, I've seen it. And, I know Leroy was in the chat last night saying, hey, tell the Harpers to hit me up.
All right, for sure.
You got some new clients. Got a couple of new clients. They were, what was that? Carter was a little iced up, Leroy. Maybe y'all could hit him up. He in Texas now. Although in Arizona was the first time I seen someone with a gun on their hip, like out with the belt. So I guess he's from. I was like, damn, it's just on his hip. Like, it ain't even concealed. This is open. Like,
yeah,
damn.
Why stop there? Hey, somebody tell Amen Thompson in Houston he should get his car armored.
No shit. He really should.
Rolling through that town. Just kidding, Houston. It is Executive Armoring. If you're thinking about maybe a lot of people, I can see a lot of guys getting their trucks just like the windows bulletproof.
Yeah, for sure.
And as goofy as this world can be, give yourself peace of mind. It's Executive Armoring. Hit Leroy up, info.armoring@gmail.com. info.armoring@gmail.com. All right, I should have gotten to this earlier. We were talking about UT. Get ready to get triggered, all my UTSA peeps.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to take a drink of water before I say this, because as soon as I say it, it may take over the rest of the show. I don't want it to.
This is like my mom's boobs type.
No, it's not.
Not
It takes
there's
over the
nothing.
show.
There's it's
What up,
nothing as
Leroy?
offensive.
Right. That was awful, bro.
Yeah, I didn't even tell Nina what you said because she's so fond of you.
Yeah, she looked down upon me,
No, that was the first thing I was talked to about when I walked through my doors yesterday.
What'd they
Oh
say?
my God, from Mrs. Johnson.
She was just weirded out.
Yeah. Yeah. Good luck getting the girls around him. Oh, I haven't told Nina yet, although I'll probably get to her at some point. All right.
I'll tell her myself.
Now,
don't
the
worry.
point is this. Here in about a week or so, Texas State will be a way more viable and legit football program than UTSA's.
Mike, don't do
For
this.
a week, Rudy,
Mike, don't
I cannot
do this.
come on
Mike,
here.
I'm
Rudy,
gonna try to
I have
stop
to
you.
preach the truth.
Mike, I'm
here.
gonna try to stop you.
They are getting ready to get invited to the Pac-12 next week. Texas State, you watch. In 2 weeks, Texas State will be in the Pac-12.
Do they have better, richer alumni? Why are you saying this? What brought you to this?
It is going to happen. Yeah.
Because the Pac-12 needs another team. They need a minimum of, I think, 8 schools that play football. They have Gonzaga now. They don't play football, so they need an 8th football program. And I don't know why they're choosing Texas State. I mean, I can give you some guesses. Massive enrollment. They're in the hotbed of football in the country. They got a beautiful outdoor on-campus stadium that seats 36,000. They're a perfect candidate for the Pac-12 at this point because the Pac-12 would like to get some teams in this part of the country to go out there and join them. But they got like Colorado State, Utah State, people like the Oregon State, Washington State's still there.
Is that a flex considering what the Pac-12 is now?
Well, UTSA's in the AAC.
Right. Yeah,
I mean,
point.
are you flexing when you play Memphis and Tulane every year? Not exactly.
I'll go ahead and say that the AAC is better than the Pac-12.
We'll
Not
see about
historically, but right now as they're constructed.
Hit me back on
I don't
that.
know about that.
Hit me
Jose.
back on that.
I normally agree with you, Jose, but I don't know about that one.
So,
but if you know what, to me, okay, Mike. I'm
not
tracking.
trying to
here.
give y'all a hernia.
No, I'm tracking
This
what
is how
you're
I
saying.
think it's going to happen.
Let's put AAC and Pac-12 aside.
Okay.
Let's just talk logistics.
Yep.
If we're just talking logistics, is Texas State head and shoulders a better program than UTSA?
They beat the Roadrunners on the field last season
For the first time, though.
and they're playing at the Dome this year. This is a massive season for my guy Jeff Traylor. A massive season. He has to beat Texas State. That is a must-win game.
Yes.
And I know that's a goofy thing to say. It's the first home game of the year, non-conference.
They got the old incarnate word coach over there, right?
G.J. Kinney.
Yeah.
Jeff's protege.
Jeff.
Up at Gilmer.
And he played for Jeff.
Played for Jeff.
Played
Gilmer.
quarterback for Jeff.
And Jeff's going to get pissed. Probably never talk to me again.
Texas State kicked their ass, though. It wasn't even. Didn't they beat the dog shit?
Oh, yeah.
UTSA rallied late, but it was an ass whooping.
Yeah, I left at the third quarter.
They were outclassed.
So when you just go, even with UTSA making the College World Series top to bottom, you got Texas State ahead of UTSA right now, top to bottom. Or you were just talking football. I want to make sure I'm not misquoting
If Texas State goes to the Pac-12 the day they do that, not right now.
Yeah,
if Texas State goes to the Pac-12, as crazy as the Pac-12 has been, what's left of it, the day they sign with the Pac-12, that program becomes more legitimate than UTSA's because the Pac-12 is a more legitimate conference than the AAC. And the winner of the Pac-12 is probably going to wind up going to the playoffs, as one of the guys predicted. Texas State is coming up. G.J. Kinney's a motherfucker, and they better give him all the money he wants at Texas State before he pops off to somebody else.
Awesome.
You say that, but the problem is that the thing is he's Texas State's got the money to keep him. If G.J. Kinney leaves Texas State, it'll be because he wants to. He's not, Alabama's not going to come calling G.J. Kinney.
No. It'll be like Cincinnati, something like that. Like a
why
little
do
step
that?
up. Right.
I think G.J. Kinney's at Texas State to stay. He kicked ass at Incarnate Word. Then he goes to Texas State, and in 2 years, he's got them as a legit football program. Texas State is tough and had a damn good season last year. And the Pac-12 wants them, and they're going to say yes by July 4th. Before July 4th, Texas State will have joined the Pac-12. And the day they do that, in my opinion, they'll be more prominent than UTSA. And it's going to be up to UTSA to do something about that. I'm not saying they can't catch them back.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
But right now, maybe they may not be more prominent than the Roadrunners, but it's right here. It's neck and neck.
Right.
And if we're going to go on results in the football field, and Texas State beats the Roadrunners 2 years in a row, there ain't going to be any question.
I can't confirm I am triggered as a UTSA guy.
But am I right, though?
I don't think you are, but it's okay.
Okay.
We'll see this year. I think Texas State gets the shit out of them.
Mike Check, I'm going to say this. A little bit of my money went to Texas State. A little bit. My daughter did most of it on her own. But he says Texas State and Alamo Bowl, if they can win 6 games. Let me tell you something, Mike Check. Even though a little bit of my money went, my daughter graduated from there. I have a bunch of friends from there. If Texas State is in the Alamo Bowl, I will be asleep. I will not talk about it on this show. I don't want to watch Texas State in the Alamo Bowl.
Not right now.
I just came off Deion Sanders selling that building out, and you think I want to watch Texas State there?
RG3 played in that fucking bowl.
Yeah, dog. Like I've seen Penn State.
Drew Brees was there.
I've seen dogs, and you're gonna say Texas State Animal Bowl. Okay, I don't. Mike, Rudy, you want me to send out for credentials? No, I don't.
That doesn't mean that they're not prominent. That doesn't mean
no. I'm just that's a personal thing. That had nothing to do with the program. I'm not shitting on
and
the program.
And they'll be able to, and their recruiting will go up too.
Yes, way up.
Okay, let's throw Texas State out for a second. Forget that they exist.
Okay.
This is a massive year for UT San Antonio if they're going to stay legit. All they do is bitch about lack of money and resources over there. All the coaches do.
All of them.
And
Allmark bitched about it while he was signing his deal.
They're not even in the top half in the conference they're in budget and facilities. The Memphis coach took a shot at Jeff the other day. He bitches about money all the time. You ought to give some of that $27 million they gave back. UTSA does a good job of paying their coaches and nobody else. I'm not saying Texas State's better. I'm telling you, if Texas State winds up in the Pac-12, I'm telling you right now, Jeff Traylor does not want Texas State in the Pac-12, playing 45 minutes up the road.
UTSA rejected the Pac-12, which I thought was definitely an interesting choice.
I thought it was dumb.
Yeah, I didn't love the decision.
That's the interesting choice. You mean dumb?
I didn't love the decision.
You mean dumb?
They just didn't want to be conference hoppers, I guess. You just get to the American.
That's the life. That's life.
It's a lot of West Coast. It's a lot of West Coast flights too, though, Mike.
Right now. I know it's 9:30 kickoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I would be
Utah.
pissed. I would be pissed having to go up to Boise State for a football game.
Well,
why?
But they're going to make
Boise State
money.
has a first-round pick as a running back.
Well, he sucks apparently. Rudy.
Mike never said he sucks. Mike said he shouldn't be a first-round pick. Don't misquote my guy. He never said Genty sucked. He just said I don't spend a top 10 pick on him.
By the way, I know you don't want to go see Texas State in the Alamo Bowl, but if I said, hey, man, I got tickets to the Texas State-Gonzaga game tonight in basketball, you want to go?
I'm going.
Okay.
Well, that's just to see Gonzaga.
I understand.
It doesn't matter.
But there ain't nobody in the AAC that you want to go see play
Penny?
basketball. Nobody.
I don't want
Houston?
No way.
What?
Houston's in the Big 12, sir.
Oh,
What
yeah,
you
I
talking
forgot. We
about?
just left. I forgot. We had them.
about?
We had them.
Yeah, and they shit on the conference the second they could jump.
Yeah, maybe UTSA can get there
Even
one
Cincinnati was like, yeah,
It's
we're
also
gonna
the
go to
reason
Big 12.
why. And look, I know my boys that are UTSA guys are not going to be happy with this.
My wife's alum.
I don't give it. I can't come on here and pump sunshine.
I agree.
They struggle to get 30,000 people in that dome every week.
No,
Because they ain't playing nobody.
Mike, you being nice. They struggle to get 25.
Correct. It sounds like it's like a morgue in there most weeks. The tailgate's more fun to watch game on TV outside.
Yeah, now that a UTSA tailgate, I'll put it up against.
Yeah, but
UTSA
that
tailgate's the
shouldn't be
top
the
5 in the
case.
country.
Correct, but that should still be more fun
No,
than
you're
the
right.
games.
No, you're there. It's
I've
just
been
too
to 3
big.
tailgates in 2 years. Ain't been to a game.
It's just too big.
It's too goddamn big.
The dome's too
They
big.
did, and they'll disagree all till the cows come home and they're wrong. And Andy Everett's wrong as fuck too. He and I have argued. UTSA needs a 35,000 outdoor on-campus stadium. Period.
And
Like Texas
But
State
you know
has.
what, Mike? That type of thing. There's certain shit that I just won't debate people. That's one of them. Like that's not up for debate.
It's not even a question.
It's not
it
like
shouldn't be.
how is this a debate?
They
Of
play in the
course
Alamo
it's
Dome
better.
because they had nowhere else to play, and so they have to pretend like, oh, it's fucking great. The city,
No.
we get to drink. The
It's-
city pays
it's
taxes.
bullshit.
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Bullshit.
I buy an $11 ticket when I don't use my credential and my wife wants to go because she's class of 06. I buy an $11 ticket and properly move my way down to a $100 ticket because no one's there.
Are we going to UTSA, Texas State this year?
Gene gonna be there.
We have
I'm gonna
to.
be there.
Absolutely.
Gene, let's make it a date.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I will be
guys,
there.
look, I live down the street from Incarnate Word campus.
They got like 5,000 seats.
They got a beautiful little outdoor athletic facility with the softball and the baseball and the football all there together. The gym's terrible where they play basketball.
Yeah, that's
the
awesome.
lighting's
Lighting
terrible.
sucks.
I know for a fact the lighting sucks.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the current Pac-12. So it's Oregon State, way more interesting than anybody in the AAC.
Okay.
Oregon State puts guys in the league every
I like
year.
Beaver.
Washington State, Boise State, they put 4 or 5 kids in the NFL every year.
Mhm.
San Diego State, Colorado State, Utah State, Fresno State, Gonzaga. They play basketball, obviously. That is a better conference.
Then Memphis, Tulane, North Texas.
Yes.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
question.
It definitely much more name power.
If we drive to Dallas
I'm listening.
and ask the average Dallasite who don't know shit about either one of them, and here's the schools, you got to go see every one of these schools play football at home. And we give all the AAC schools and all these new Pac-12 schools, the average person outside of our city is going to 99 times out of 100 would rather go see a game in the Pac-12, even though the Pac-12 is basically what the Mountain West Conference used to be, except now it's got Boise and it's got Washington State and Oregon State. The Pac-12's trying its best to make lemonade because they got shit on, and I get that because their conference sucked too, and their TV deal was crappy. But just as far as Texas State's concerned, it's a no-brainer. I'm excited for them.
Yeah. I can accept the Texas State loss. I will not tolerate UIW loss.
Oh, I would.
They'll kill UIW.
Yeah, okay, then I'm good.
But Texas State, they're in trouble.
They should
They're in
beat both of
trouble.
those teams. I think they'll be double-digit favorites against Texas State.
All right, it's Texas Cheer Liquor, the official liquor store up in the building.
June specials.
Pop them June specials up there.
Only a few more days for these June specials.
I'm
What's-
probably going
what's
to get.
today?
I get invited to tailgates at UTSA all the time.
Me
I'm probably
too.
going to get uninvited now. It says it's not personal.
You're not paid to
Y'all
pump sunshine.
know how I feel about Jeff Traylor and this program. I proudly support UTSA.
On this program a few days ago,
What?
Jeff Traylor.
Yeah, we just had it. Yeah, I mean, that's right. That's right. I love the man. But
He loves you.
And I'll guarantee you, he may not admit it, but he agrees with everything I
Well,
just said.
the
That's
stuff-
damn
what
right,
the-
we got to get some more money. So fucking Texas State
The
shouldn't be
reason why
passing me.
Jeff is going to agree with you is because this helps put the more sunshine we pump because we love Jeff, the less pressure it is on them to change things. The only way you get things changed is you got to bitch, moan, and groan. And Jeff knows it's not personal. You and Jeff have a legit relationship. I've seen him text you. But the only way to get things changed is you got to bitch. You don't, us sitting around on radio and television, oh, Jeff, this is so great. Oh my God, what you accomplished. And that's all fine and dandy. There's a time and place for that. But if we don't call it what it is, I would rather play basketball at Lady Bird Johnson outside than play where UTSA plays basketball. There's Bernie kids that play on better high school baseball fields than what they play on a UTSA.
See what they're building over at Alamo Heights right now.
You see what I'm saying? And then don't even get me started. The Dome has 35-inch TVs all around the Dome that I have to walk up to and put my nose on to see.
An hour and a half to go get a beer and nachos.
Dog, don't get me started, bro. It's a lot of change that needs to come over there. So y'all can be mad all y'all want. We speaking the truth.
Yeah, and it's like it's what UTSA has done in 13 years, 14 years.
It's great
with Coker and then my man Kevin, my man Wilson didn't do
Frank.
Yeah.
No,
Frank,
he's
not Kevin.
yeah.
Frank,
Yeah.
love Frank.
Fuck that guy.
Stop that. That's bullshit.
What the fuck
Not
is wrong
fuck
with you?
him. It's okay if a coach doesn't work out. That doesn't mean fuck that
Yeah.
guy.
What the hell?
I don't understand. I love Frank Wilson, the best recruiter in the state of Louisiana. Anyway, to Jeff Traylor, and what they've done has been great, but that's all worn off. Reality
For the real
reality
people.
is
For the people
here.
for the people that are being honest.
Yeah, that's all worn off. Lisa Campos has not raised enough money for that athletic department.
Nope.
And maybe it's an impossible job. And I'm not saying she should be fired, but she's not raised nearly enough money, or their coaches wouldn't bitch incessantly. Jeff has to change his offensive coordinator every year because he can't pay him. And it's time to face the reality there. They have zero NIL money, none to speak of. None. That I know, not legit NIL money. And Free Taco Cabana, they don't count.
Yeah.
Texas State and what they're doing is rising. Just where UTSA was. That's how good they feel about their program. But now the Pac-12 is going to bring them in. And y'all can say whatever you want about the Pac-12 here in Texas, but Texas State would be idiots to say no for all the obvious reasons.
There's no way they turn
all
that
the
down.
obvious reasons. All right,
Now I need a drink.
hit them June specials.
Svedka, vodka,
Yeah, man.
the half gallon,
See,
14-hand unicorn. Go load up on that. It's $4.99, dude.
right?
It's great for when you have company over or you're having somebody over that always drinks up all your expensive shit. Get the 14 hands. Negative 196 is the #1 seltzer in all of the world outside of America. And the Luna Azul, since it's Spurs week, is soon to be announced as the official tequila of the Frost Bank Center. So
All right.
go get it. It's
Little-
cheap right
little
now.
Texas cheer liquor. Couple more things. Wemby was on Cold as Balls
That's a great bit.
with Kevin Hart. Yeah, it's a great
Great
bit.
bit.
And we were talking about, I mentioned it in passing the other day, but the other thing we showed the picture of him and Kevin about to get into the
Wemby
ice
put on
bath.
some size.
He's added 30 pounds.
Yeah, Wemby
I
put on
forgot to
some
mention
size.
that. Wemby has put
He's
30
on the
pounds on.
juice.
Well, whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes. And
What did he say on Cold as Balls? What did he say that was worthy of our show?
I've added 30 pounds of muscle.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so for y'all that have bitched and wanted him to gain all this weight and put muscle on, I mean, he can't add too much. His body is not cut out to add too much. Well, hell,
Yeah.
Kevin may weigh as much as Wemby,
For sure.
but Kevin's big boned and Kevin's cut right. Kevin's body, even though he's 5'5",
If
it
that.
holds muscle better than Wemby's.
Yeah, Wemby, and then you have no way it's going to add where it's going to add. Some of it goes to your butt, a little bit to your calves, a little bit to your abs. So it's like distributed. It's not like, oh, you're just going to see it in his arms. You know what I mean? It just don't work that way.
Right.
Not for somebody 7'4".
No, it's not going to work. He's tall, and he added 30, probably as much as he can possibly add. At this
And
point.
he stressed that his rookie year. He said, me and my team are going to do this gradually. Like, I know everybody wants to come in and just go eat a bunch of tacos at McDonald's, and that's not safe for a guy that's could possibly be injury prone. They have their way of doing things. And props to the Spurs for getting out of the way and allowing them to handle his people that have been handling him since he was 15, letting him handle it. So I'm looking forward to basketball.
All right. Tomorrow's Friday.
Viernes.
It's been a long week. We've had a great week of broadcasting. I'm proud of what we've done this week.
Yeah, I love that jersey.
Thank you, man.
I like throwback shit.
Yeah, me too. Not that I'm a Mariners fan. I'm a King Griffey fan. Huge fan.
We all are.
Yeah.
I'm a Ichiro fan.
Oh, I love Ichiro.
Hit it anywhere. Like, hey, I need you to go in the gap. No problem.
Probably the most underrated ball player of my lifetime, Ichiro.
For sure.
One
of them.
Right.
Becomes a Hall of Famer this year.
He got in, right?
Yeah, he officially gets inducted in
Good for him.
Like a month or so.
Deserved
That's cool. Hopefully he'll speak English because he doesn't usually use it in public.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear from him. That didn't help him. He had an interpreter all those years. You know, us Americans, hey, you don't speak American. It's hard for me to be a fan. Okay.
Yep.
That's it. We're done. Love your heart. Thanks everybody for being a part of this one. Back mañana 10 a.m.
What is the Cats? My daughter did it. What's the Bobcats?
Eat 'em up.
Yeah.
Got the eat 'em up thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that.
Shout out to the Bobcats,
Right.
the official directional school.
Come see us at
the
Slackers tonight. We're gonna
Slackers
be there.
tonight, man. We'll get there. I'll be there probably between 6 and 7. Mike will be there a little bit later.
We'll pop
And
in
we're
for a little bit.
And we're going to get on live and mess around with y'all a little bit.
Love y'all hard. We'll see you
hang.
tonight. Come hang. All right. Peace out.